Just on behalf of America's cattle producers, I'd like to extend a very sincere thank you to all of our ag negotiators from the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative and USDA's Foreign Ag Service, who have truly negotiated a wonderful modern 21st century trade agreement. The Trans-Pacific Partnership, we feel, levels the playing field for U.S. beef overseas, providing significant opportunity for our producers. It's no secret that we've experienced some significant turbulence in cattle markets over the past several months, and there's no doubt that a portion of the turbulence is directly related to challenges in overseas markets. Open and fair markets are crucial to our future in the beef business, and that's why we've worked so hard to support the completion of this agreement. The National Cattlemen's Beef Association and our membership overwhelmingly support open foreign markets and science-based trade standards. We produce the best beef in the world, and we welcome the opportunity to compete for the opportunity to showcase U.S. beef for the 96% of the consumer population that lives outside of this country. But to do that effectively, we must break down tariff and non-tariff barriers to trade, and that's exactly what the Trans-Pacific Partnership does. In 2014, we set export records for U.S. beef with sales exceeding $7 billion. This year we continue to see strong sales, but it's also clear that we're losing market share to our international competitors who have already completed preferential trade agreements throughout the Pacific Rim. Japan represents the largest market for U.S. beef with sales. This year we've seen sales decline by more than 11% in our Japan markets. This decline can be tied directly to the signing of the Economic Partnership Agreement between Australia and Japan. This agreement gave beef from Australia better access to the Japanese market, reducing market share for the United States. So rather than seeking one-off agreements, America's cattle producers remain committed to the Trans-Pacific Partnership, knowing that a united front for agriculture would produce greater opportunities for our products. So with the conclusion of the negotiations in early October, and now with the release of the TPP's agreement's text, we know that we have been on the correct path. And that path has delivered a significant victory for the cattle industry. Passage of the Trans-Pacific Partnership will immediately level the playing field for U.S. beef in Japan. The high tariffs, which we've been subjected to, will, as high as 38.5%, will be immediately reduced to 27.5%. Further reductions over the next 15 years will lower those tariffs to just 9%, being the best access ever negotiated into Japan. The countries covered by the Trans-Pacific Partnership account for nearly 60% of U.S. beef exports. For nations like Vietnam, Malaysia, and Peru, this agreement will open markets and make U.S. beef competitive for their consumers. And we know these markets will continue to grow as their economies continue to develop. These markets drive demand for U.S. beef muscle cuts. Furthermore, they add value to the variety meats, hides, and tallows, optimizing the whole carcass value for our producers and generating returns for every segment of our industry, from the cow-calf producer all the way to the retailer. So there are currently more than 260 preferential trade agreements worldwide. Only 20 of those include the United States. So every day talks continue on new agreements. So in order to compete in a global marketplace, we must support opportunities that we have like the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Every day that we delay awaiting the finalization of this agreement, we lose market share to our competitors. So we urge Congress to act quickly in passing the Trans-Pacific Partnership. And for more information on anything having to do with TPP and as it will benefit the cattle industry, I would encourage you to visit a website that the National Cattlemen's Beef Association has set up. I think went live today, and you can get more information about how this wonderful trade agreement will affect our cattle industry. Thank you very much.